Oh yeah, brother.
Welcome, streamers. Welcome, pastlives aficionados. Welcome to our subreddit review.
It's been a little while, but we're back.
Did you have a past life? Do you want to talk about it? Well, here's your community.
So to start with, this forum is for exploring past lives, reincarnation, and other related topics. All are welcome. Debating is allowed, but please be respectful, you guys.
Ooh.
Here are the rules
Top
of the
2%.
community. By the way, this is a pretty large subreddit as far as subreddits go. This one is about 50,000 people, 51K.
Top 2%.
Top 2%, it's pretty big. Contact mods before offering any services, such as regressions, readings, healings, balancings.
Oh, I get a balancing.
Oh, I gotta get my fucking shit balanced.
Gotta get my chakra balanced.
And other metaphysical services. No self-harm. Past life memories containing self-harm can be posted, but suicide is not the answer.
Don't do it again.
Here's the world directory of suicide.
You're on your second life, buddy.
If you're a cat otherkin, then it's also acceptable.
And also, if you're not, they can get the fuck out of here. We don't want your hated community.
Suicide is not the answer. Reincarnation is not an excuse to get a fresh start. Jesus, wow.
Sounds like it to me.
Because it's real. So obviously, if your life sucks, you can just die and you'll be reincarnated.
But they're saying it's not the answer.
It's not the answer.
It's not the answer.
If this is true, it sounds like a pretty sick answer.
It's not the answer,
I work
Chris.
60 to 70 hours a week.
They're very cool.
I want to go back to being a tribesman.
So any reputable reincarnation professional will tell you the same. If you or anyone
Let's undress that statement for a second. Any reputable reincarnation professional.
You go to college for it. You go to Hogwarts.
Wherever you go after you smash your head against the fucking train station.
There's a little tent they set up just for those.
If you or someone you know is suicidal or in immediate danger, call the suicide hotline.
Yeah.
Or local emergency number for your country listed in the link above.
But again, this is totally real.
No proselyting.
No.
What is that? Do you know what that means too?
No proselytizing. It's sort of telling people about your weird religious shit.
Oh.
Proselytizing is defined as the action of attempting to convert someone from one religion, belief, or opinion to another. If you do this, you will probably be banned. By default, it's going to filter by rising, so these are the top posts at the moment. We can also take a look at controversial or top posts of all time. What do you guys feel like doing?
Let's do some top.
Let's do some tops.
That's tough.
Today, no. Let's do. How about the past year?
This year.
Right.
Recent past live experiences.
What was it that your child told you that gave you chills? You know, this actually might be more of a.
I remember
cool
being
one.
born and a tiny bit before that.
Some people, yeah, I've heard about that.
All right, you got to read this one, Mark. I'm not close.
All right. I posted another sub, but was told to post here. Anyways, nobody has ever believed me about this, and I'm okay with that. It does totally not sound believable, but here's my story. I remember being nothing. Like not having a body. I'm not sure what I was exactly. I just remember feeling free and safe and the most home I've ever felt.
Playing.
Yeah, I
I had
remember
a bowl full of DMT.
I remember an entity or whatever was telling me I had a mission. I was shown several different lies. When I saw mine, I specifically said I agree in English. I remember feeling all nice and warm in her body.
That's a Chris Chan quote.
And the next thing I know, I saw a bright light and I felt
I was
cold.
waiting for that one.
I was born by C-section. After that, my memories come to a halt up until I was around 5.
Anyway.
When I get really high, I do kind of feel like I have memory of this place where you're kind of like picking like a shit, like a Destiny. I don't think I would have picked hard mode.
I wouldn't have picked taxes.
This is my new game plus. Like I already got some skills, so I'm just kind of gliding through it.
When you pick hard mode, you get the badges, and you go back up to heaven, and everyone's like sucking your dick. Like,
I didn't
oh my
spawn
God,
in Africa.
That's hard mode. That's for sure.
Anywhere not America.
This fucking delusional, privileged little dirtbag is like, oh, I chose hard mode. I'm on Reddit. Ooh.
Yeah.
This will be hard.
No,
They're gonna make fun of you all over the internet.
If
Total strangers you've never met.
if you picked hard mode, you'd be on the Gaza Strip right now.
You wouldn't be typing about your fucking past life from an iPad in your bathtub.
You have come to the right place.
It's safe here.
Interesting. I don't know there were people who remember these things. My mom and I have talked often about life, and we both have come to the conclusion that we agree to the life we have before we begin it. I'm glad to know we are right. Okay, tell that to the fucking Syrian kids. Oh yeah, let me go live in this hellhole.
Yeah, it's weird that none of them had that memory.
Yeah, crazy.
I remember picking this.
It is interesting when you do hear about kids like describing vividly like events that happen.
Kids are stupid.
But like when it's like a 3-year-old kid, and
They're on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just like, well, no, this precedes YouTube. Okay,
They
so
they don't know shit.
All right, let's not go down the path.
I'm alone.
Here,
They just heard some shit some other kid was flinging in daycare, and they're like, blah, 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 lizards are fucking. I was a horse rider.
I've heard some midwives say they'll meet babies they help deliver when they're a bit older, and the children sometimes recognize them. Describe circumstances of the birth they were never told.
I thought that word said circumcision.
Yeah, I remember you cut my dick.
I believe. This would be a good subreddit. Circumcision. Adult circumcision. How'd it go?
Chris was mentioning that there's a small dedicated group of individuals who are trying to regrow their foreskin. So
What did they do?
yeah.
No, buddy,
Focus
think
on
more
it.
hands.
Oh, gross.
And then my mom's calling. No, damn. All right, let's just keep
That
going.
one was very good. I already skimmed through that one.
Yeah. Look, man, whatever my soul was thinking before the womb and picking this life, like, man, I could have been out on a journey somewhere.
You're not learning.
There's the Black Plague, but
No.
who gives a shit? You know, I have a cool sword. I got a horse. My teeth are rotting out of my head, but what the fuck ever. It's
I
better
don't
than
get it too, yeah.
sitting down 16 hours a day, hearing people yell at me.
Dying at 40 like a man.
Maybe your last life was as a horse rider, though. And you're like, no, fuck that shit.
There were so many horse
Hold
riders.
on.
That's how they got around, Keith.
Keith, everyone's like great-great-grandparents were horse riders.
Tell you that then. My kid. My daughter started talking about when she was a grandpa, mom, grandma, when she was around 3. At 6, she talks about the cycle and all the people
Shut the
she has
fuck
been.
up. No, she doesn't.
She was super tired the other night, and I got a video of her talking about how crazy it is that she's 6
That was
again.
the Ambien.
She said, yeah, the connectedness. She said it so matter of factly, almost with annoyance. Like, here we go.
Like a child.
Had to get through 6 again. Hey, you should be happy to get through 6. Okay? So when you start turning fucking 20, kid, I was like, well, doesn't go up from here. Then she says she'll be a tween, a teen, then a grown-up, a mom, a grandma, and then recycle. Oops, my bad. Okay. 4-year-old.
She just knows what a mother and grandmother are. That's what all that means.
So a lot of these are about like kids talking about stuff.
Yeah, I think we're only just seeing the tip of the iceberg with regard to the truth about eternal realms, guys.
I freaked myself out. Suicide is not an option to reincarnate in a better life. Unfortunately, I've seen
It
a
seems
lot.
to come up a lot.
Seen a lot of posts in the
We're losing
subreddit
numbers
suicide
like crazy.
belief in reincarnation. And they believe.
You gotta go through the shit.
Oh, here we go. Has anyone seen souls as orbs? Question.
Yes.
Yes. Always a guy. I do past life
Finally!
regression work. Probably 6 out of 10 times when I take a client past their death during a regression, they see themselves as balls of energy. The most predominant colors are white, pink, orange. Most seem to be basketball sized when I ask. Other clients don't see themselves as an orb. Some will just get very big, like their soul is spread out. It happened to me once during a meditation. I was so big that I put my hand around the moon. I've also seen myself as an orb. I couldn't see any of my color, but there were others around me, and they seemed to be pastel colors: white, pink, blue, yellow. I love that image you posted. It's beautiful.
If Nyquil was smart, they would really advertise on this page.
When my little girl was 2.5 years old, she saw herself and dad as orbs. What does it mean? It means she has a fucking astigmatism.
Yeah.
Get that child glasses.
She says that during her when she sees the street lights too, huh?
Oh, here we go. If we are choosing our reincarnations, why are we choosing ones with gory deaths, abuse?
There we go. Finally,
No,
someone.
because you have to learn from it.
Apparently, we get shown the outcome, or at least parts of it. I've seen some cruel and morbid stuff people do to each other online. Why would you want to choose that? Imagine if you could earn $1 million a night for having
Man,
a
you won't believe the
realistic
shit I've
nightmare
seen
that you would forget within
online.
5 minutes of waking up. Would you take that deal? That's the analogy I use. The you that you identify with now is in the dream. You will not want to go through that nightmarish experience in real life. But if you earn $1 million a night for something that would be quickly forgotten, your perspective may change.
What does that mean?
What does the million stand for? Karma? I need to read this. The knowledge and advancement of getting your fucking head chopped off by
Getting
ISIS?
flayed, yeah.
Yeah, being flayed by the cartel? I don't know, man.
I mean, yeah, maybe if it's currency, maybe if you can transfer that somewhere.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think-
I got I got my tongue pulled through my throat.
You just
One step closer to enlightenment.
No, enlightenment is just being reabsorbed into God, right? And then feeling its tendrils in your butt.
Something like that.
No.
Love this analogy.
Enlightenment is when you let go of all earthly tethers, when you let go of all stresses, and you are in an eternal state of peace. It's nirvana.
It's butt tendrils.
Ripping open your third eye.
Maybe there's butt tendrils. Maybe that is what we need for peace.
Squish them in there.
No. You know, them fucking tentacle porn people, they got something right.
Chris, do you have an account? You should write something really weird and political on this.
No.
Fucking liberals.
I found military records in my past. There you go. Right there. Right there.
This is a shot.
Fucking stolen valor, my dude. Jesus
right.
This guy's stealing valor from beyond the grave.
I was being coerced into being a Jehovah's Witness, and they were pushing the idea of heaven and hell. I just rejected it. As soon as I got the concept of death, it just clicked in my head that
we know you have a weird, skewed... Anyway.
As I grew up, I started writing down my dreams. Heard that some of the dreams would prompt me to look into getting a past life regression. So I'm in some sort of prison, and there's a window. I'm in with other people, and there's not a lot of space. It stinks. Stinky. So fucking much. So stinky. Anyway, outside I can see what we're sort of high up. A second story or something. It's dark out, but I can see red lights, probably fire. There's a big wall around the area. I can see a couple flags waving around, and I don't remember what they were, but they were mostly red.
Holy shit, that sounds good.
You're a Nazi, dude. I was scared and tired, and all I could hear were screams and gunshots. Dream, I was at some military thing with pretty dancers and costumes. We're all having a good time, but something happened, and we had to leave immediately.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. After having these dreams, it bothered me got quite a while until I did past life regression and covered this info.
Uncovered these facts.
My name is John Castor. 24 years old is a significant age for me. I live in Pennsylvania. I made it out of imprisonment and helped many others. I died in a hospital. I thought he sounded like a POW, so I searched military records back when I did this.
No, you searched military records before you did that.
There was a site that had some info on him, but it got taken out.
But luckily I copied the text.
John G. Castor was a corporal in the Army during World War II. John resided in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, before enlisting on April 8, 1941. At the time of enlistment, John was 24 years old, had 4 years of high school education, and was single without dependents. 1 year later, John was captured by Imperial Japan while serving the Philippine Islands and was sent to Osaka main camp Chico near Osaka, Japan, where 4,123 other American POWs were held. John.
I hope one of the comments says thank you for your service.
One of the longest durations of captivity recorded. Ultimately, John was returned to military control, liberated, or repatriated. So there's a chance that could be a coincidence, so I always keep a little skeptical. I had photos that uphold what I saw in my past life regression dreams. Okay.
Well, that's proof.
Serial numbers.
Yeah.
First lieutenant.
Just posting these fucking
numbers don't lie. Let's see. Oh, what else you got in there?
Corporal, just like he said.
Yeah.
This is not an Excel spreadsheet at all.
Let's see one story. Barracks. These two barracks had triple-decker bunks. Third building. It's 2-story construction. Second quarter.
He's describing the shit he saw in his dreams. And that's just a drag show, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a drag show.
That's John Travolta. Say, Andy!
I talked it.
I shaved my legs for this.
Also, the last photo is exactly what the dancers look like in my dream.
You're gay.
Those are dudes dressed as women.
So cool. Thanks for sharing. Let's find some more comments. There's got to be some people that are...
So cool. It's always weird to see things from your past life.
Find a naysayer.
I know where I can bear it. I've been told by energy workers that I have an old soul.
Fuck off. Fucking dork.
We're calling you lazy.
During my life, I was a pilot in the Luftwaffe and was shot down and killed over Holland. Yeah.
Maybe, did you guys meet? Did you guys know each other?
It made sense. I have an unusual attraction to World War II aircraft.
That's because you're autistic.
Specifically German World War II aircraft and ovens.
Specifically.
Ever since I was like 3 or 4 years old. After doing some regression work, I was able to determine the date when I died in that life, October 14th, 1943. And using that information and some other memories, I was able to narrow it down and do a search of Luftwaffe records for pilots killed or missing in action on that date. The grave containing my body from that life is located in a military cemetery in Holland. Most of my I think they burned most of their bodies. Most of my past lives have revolved around the military and war going way back to medieval times or earlier. I'm in the military. My current life is much the same.
No, he's not. He wears fucking army shorts and he sits at home playing Call of Duty.
Not sure why I keep choosing that path. Familiarity, perhaps? I also enjoy it and believe that gives me the opportunity to serve others, meeting a need for society that others aren't as well equipped to prepare and meet themselves. What's the name of the Luftwaffe pilot, if you don't mind me asking? I'm Dutch, and do research into the air war of World War II.
See if I remember killing you.
Man, they just let
Rudolf Germeroth.
Hans Germanman.
It's not made up.
Hans Deutschland.
Looking back at my notes, just fucking just
actually
scrawled all over the wall. Just
shot down near Dunkirk. I googled the name of John G. Caston. According to Ancestry, he was born in May 8th, 1917, and passed away on July 20th, 1997, in Birdsboro, Berks,
I hope
Pennsylvania.
this kid was born in like 92 or something.
He was 24 in 1941. Is it him? The practical principle of the timeline of human reincarnation is correct. You were born after on that day of July 20th, 1997. Is it correct? Also, are you male or female? If you're born... Fuck, go away. If you're born before that day, then it's not reincarnation, but something else equally fascinating. It must be further investigated to understand how you're able to...
Gotta find more energy workers.
Yes, that's him. I was born in 1999 and I'm female. The plot thickens.
He just got immediately horny.
Wow, very interesting. Have you researched if you're related to his family through DNA?
Shut the fuck
Yeah, I just checked. And every single person in the film she has very Mexican surnames.
No, you're not related. You
No
fucking
caste or
crazy
sex.
person.
I really doubt it. My mom and dad were both born in Mexico, and none of my family from down there ever immigrated to the U.S. save for my mom and her siblings. Okay, so
They look. They're all just like one upping it, or just they're like doing the same thing. Me too. From my life during World War II, in the records during World War II. I had an immediate gut feeling. I want to be like, oh, it's a coincidence, but everything was so eerily accurate.
I don't want our soldiers to be like this.
I wonder who Ice Spice was in her past life.